All right, Groot, give me a boost. About yay high.
Yay is not a unit of measurement.
Groot knows what he means.
I never truly believed this day would come.
What, freezing your nips off with a bunch of us?
The day that I would prove myself against Fin Fang Foom. When Katath fell, many of my brethren sought to redeem themselves by slaying the great beast.
But you were after retribution of your own.
What do you see, Peter?
Rocket's right. The smoke's coming from the other side, but we gotta clear the way.
We can deal with that once all of us are up there.
I'm fine, just itchy. It's the Staston ice planet.
Or you have lice again.
Hey, you got fur, you got lice. I could shave it all if you want.
Please don't.
If anything, this Flarkin weather's probably froze them all.
All right, heads up. I'm gonna drop something down for you guys.
Snow beasts the quick. I am eager to slay the great Fin Fang Foom.
Look out below!
Ha! That'll work!
You think those creatures were using this ship for shelter?
Screw 'em, they're dead.
Here, give me a hand.
We should be ready. We don't know the source of that smoke. Any more hostiles?
Maybe it's just a nice warm fire and some Sakaran spirits.
Uncharacteristically optimistic for you.
What can I say? Maybe Quill is rubbing off on me.
No doubt it's something that'll try to kill us. This place is like a funhouse of razor blades.
Great speech.
But I'm not worried. We face meteors, poison zit cats, and abominable snowmen.
Wendigo.
Right. And we beat them all. I'd back this team against anything.
Including Fin Fang Foom.
Right. Except not. Because we're not killing him.
They say Fin Fang Foom is a foe unlike any one could imagine.
I mean, he's basically a dragon from the fairy tales on Earth.
Ridiculous. This is not some Terran tale of fairies. He is a great reptilian beast, gifted with flight and a rage so hot he breathes fire.
Right. My mistake.
Whatever it is, it smells.
Bodies. It smells of bodies.
Jeez. Was all this Foom?
Undoubtedly.
Up ahead. Looks like there's a survivor.
Who goes there?
No head. She has no head.
I believe that repulsive tentacle orb is her head.
And I can hear you with it.
Are you the only survivor?
Clearly not. Who are you, meat sacks?
We're here for Foom.
Forget what I said. Yeah, I'm the only survivor. Or will be.
I take it you know where we can find him?
Sure. Digesting my men back at his roost. Big Eye's obelisk sticking out of the caldera's frozen sea.
Don't worry, we'll take care of Foom.
Sure you will, Terran. Just don't come running back here when he chases you. I've still got some things to pack up.
Are you gonna be okay?
I don't need your pity, Terran. I'll head back to Contraxia and lick my wounds.
Ooh, hey, you may not want to do that. Contraxia isn't exactly safe right now.
When is it ever?
Seriously, maybe you should just come with us.
I've been embarrassed enough today without taking help from a stranger. I can look after myself.
Well, if you hear people talking about a promise with a matriarch, just steer clear.
I'll keep that in mind.
Sorry about your men.
Dead men collect no paychecks. Speaking of, aren't you the Mad Titan's daughter?
What of it?
Relax, I'm not looking for trouble. There was a time I'd have taken you in for the bounty.
There was a time I'd have killed you for trying.
Yeah, seems we've both got bigger problems right now.
Seems like. Don't take this the wrong way, but how did you survive the attack?
I wasn't hiding, if that's what you mean.
It wasn't.
I was getting supplies from our ship. Showed up just in time to see Foom devour the last of my men and fly off.
At least there's not much left to pack up.
Suppose there's that.
Any of you corpses mind if I help myself to your stuff? No? Well, thank you.
May as well put it to good use, right?
They ain't using it. Here's hoping we do better against Foom than this lot.
Big ice thingy on the frozen sea, eh?
Are you Groot?
You said it, buddy. Sure is a long way down. Another hunt marker?
This one is unclaimed. No doubt it belonged to one of these corpses.
Guess they never got the chance to plan it.
I have appropriated it for our own use, to herald our bravery this day. It shall mark our ultimate conquest, or our glorious defeat.
Foom may be bad news, but he's nothing compared to the fight that comes next.
It shall mark our penultimate conquest.
One conquest at a time. All right, people. Let's catch us a dragon.
Yes, we grow ever closer to our great destiny.
You're awful chipper, considering Foom obliterated that camp like it was nothing.
We are not nothing.
I'm with Drax. No mountain too high, no valley too low.
Literally, in the case of this place. We've still got to patch up the Milano.
She'll be all right. I quill-proofed the underbelly after Seknarf. He's got a knack for wrecking stuff.
Don't we all?
Except maybe Groot.
Yeah. He must think we're a bunch of psychopaths.
Nah, he sees us as fertile soil he's cultivating into something beautiful.
I am Groot.
Oh, you did too, you big cheese ball.
Hey, Gene! The ice is amplifying our velocity!
This is how I die! Have you lost your forking mind?
Come on! If you forget it's incredibly dangerous, it's actually kind of fun!
Indeed! Let us meet our deaths bemused!
Well, that takes care of the getting down part.
I don't even want to think about how we're gonna get back up. Or how we're gonna get Foom up there.
Look on the bright side. We may be dead.
Nonsense. We shall be victorious and our conquest will fill us with the vigor of 10.
Back on Earth, people would use dog sleds. A whole line of huskies pulling a sled across the ice.
Don't expect me to be the dog.
I was actually thinking of the Wendigo, and Foom is the sled.
That's the craziest idea I've ever heard.
Yeah. I love it. Too bad that camp didn't have nothing useful, like a can of anti-foam spray.
Perhaps a copy of Fighting Fin Fang Foom Volume 3, Dragon Slaying Techniques and Strategies.
Somebody actually wrote that?
No, I invented an imaginary book with an exceptionally verbose title in order to create levity.
Excellent levity, Drax.
Thank you.
So, what was up with old Bubblehead?
Seemed like an augment to me, some sort of amorphous biochemical appendage.
Imagine what she could do with all those hands.
Don't be gross.
What? I didn't mean it like that. Oh, I didn't think it could get any colder.
You know, it's days like these I'm glad I installed seat warmers in the Milano.
Up ahead, there's the ice obelisk.
This must be it, the frozen sea.
This is the perfect spot. Here we will challenge the great beast. Fin Fang Foom! Come and face your death!
What are you doing? We can't get the drop on him if he knows we're here.
Also, we're not killing him, remember?
Shout with me. Here we demonstrate our mettle!
Fin Fang Foom! Your end draws near!
Nope, not his end.
Peter Quill, go!
Fin Fang Foom, it's nap time!
Rocket, it's your turn!
Did he just say my real name?
Rocket!
Fin Fang Foom! We're gonna decomboggle your flunking scut spigots! You hear me?
He hears you!
You scaly, overgrown Gordlesplode! You fessed lump of Satarkian shrub meat! You don't scare us!
It feels good, does it not?
Yeah! Yeah! It actually does!
Now, we disrobe!
Yeah, we're not doing that.
My blood thickens in anticipation of our great combat.
Gross.
I am Groot.
Of course he means literally. It's Drax.
Naturally, Catathian anatomy is built for combat, down to the cellular level.
Groot's worried about the ice.
If it'll hold Foom, it'll hold us.
Maklu 4 is said to have a frozen core. Below the surface is layers upon layers of more ice.
Just through here. Be ready for anything.
That is technically impossible. Prepare yourself, Fin Fang Foom. You face your final moments.
Not final. Capture, alive.
That is what I meant. His final moments before captivity.
Should we take his knives, just to be safe?
So, where is he?
Maybe we spooked him.
Impossible. Foom was born without fear.
You don't know that.
In the cold heart of a dying star.
Dying stars ain't cold.
This one was.
You think his lair's behind that?
Let's find out.
Beating him into submission.
We're gonna have to get through that ice armor first!
Prepare yourself! Face Captain Heat! Ha! His own might will be his undoing!
Nice, Boom! Easy, Boom!
Ain't nothing not so invincible after all! Yeah, bust up the other pieces! Let's strip this guy bare!
Hope Hellbender appreciates we're going to all this trouble!
The beast will make a fine apology!
You said he had purple shorts!
Perhaps he disrobed for combat! Ha-ha! He is as great as
That's two!
You are the bane of ice, Peter Quill!
See? Bane of Ice isn't such a bad nickname!
Pass!
He's friggin' huge!
To be fair, you're tiny! Quick, while he's stuck in the ice!
Boom, baby! How you like us now?
His opinion does not appear to have improved.
One to go!
Today, we earn our place in Utah!
I think Drax is having fun!
Nice, Boom! Easy, Boom!
Nice work, Peter!
Not so hot now, are you, Boom?
Bring it, you overgrown lizard!
Looks like he just did! Run! That was too close!
Good thinking! Muscles! Give Groot a hand! He thinks you two can refund that rug right in the Boom's face!
Light him up, Rocket! Hope this makes you swear with Hellbender!
Who wouldn't want a giant red dragon? The ice isn't cracking, you big baby!
Slow him down! Feel free to give up, Boom!
You'll love Lady Hellbender! Promise!
Push
To
him
the
around!
bone!
Let's hurry this up! I'm getting cold!
I'm sure Boom will be happy to warm you up!
Stop! He's stuck! Who's been holding back? Watch out for him! Well, everything!
So much for going quietly!
Drax, Peter Quill! Suppose we had sold Foom as I originally suggested!
Don't rub it in! The ice isn't cracking, you big baby!
Come on, Groot! You'll fight like
He'd have gotten along with that giant squid if we hadn't cut it in half!
Feel free to give up, Boom!
Keep him off Groot and Muscles!
My great strength goes underutilized!
This has got my name on it!
Peter Quill, cover our attack!
Been too long since I blew something up! Are we even making a dent?
Flash was not dead!
We seem to be making him better! So that's progress!
Tie him down! Bust out the smart bomb!
The beast grows desperate!
Yeah, and pissed!
And he's about to get sloppy!
Let loose, Rocket! I can't believe we're fighting a dragon!
It is a truly momentous battle!
Doesn't look like he's gonna make it easy on us!
Beast is most dangerous when at its most desperate. We must not fail.
Quick! Before Foom figures it out!
We gotta fight fire with fire!
Yes! We stand triumphant! Foom has fallen.
Whoa, hold on! No, wait, no! No, Lady Helmet! Drax, stop! Guys! Wait, guys, no! Lady Hellbender, we want to...
Nobody escapes my wrath. Floorboard. Monster Queen of Seknarf 9, you said you'd hear him out. You promised.
Speak. I hope this is the one where you make a good speech.
We screwed up. We conned you. Robbed you. Killed your... baby. We can't take back what we've done. But we want to make it right.
Quill.
You murdered the Dragon Lord of Kakarantara! Ah!
This isn't you.
finally brought the two of us together. Lord Foom.
The final harvest begins. Dead worlds, screaming across space. We must go. Now.
Someone needs to take a stand against the church. We could really use some help.
You pay one debt, then create another.
No, though I can kind of see
Enough. I will gather my forces.
All right, let's go.
Yes! The noble Lady Hellbender shall fight alongside us this day. After we bested Foom the Invincible.
I think we found Drax's peanut butter and chocolate.
We are on the path to destiny, my friends.
I still can't believe we did it. We did do it, right?
We sure did, and we got Mantis back.
But we lost Warlock, and we'll need him to exercise the Magus once we shut down that ritual.
So we bust him out of cult prison. I've done jailbreaks before, we all have.
We still tracking him?
Oh yeah, that thing ain't coming out easy.
Good. Then all we gotta do is get there on time and hope Lady Hellbender does too.
She will. I'm certain of it.
All right. Let's gear up, people. Tie up any loose ends. Take a pee if you have to, because we're not stopping again.
Hey, Quill. Let me borrow your tunes.
Why?
I need to focus. Come on.
Do not drop that.
Mantis? What happened on the Mantis after we left? Last time we saw you, things looked dire.
It's a long story. We can talk about it after you do like Star Guy says and use the bathroom.
I don't need to.
All right, but don't say I didn't warn you when church grandpa makes you do faith crunches.
Wait, Raker's gonna do what?
It depends. But at some point, someone says my name, and then there's a little bit of pee.
Great. I did not want to know that.
I am Groot.
Oh yeah, little fuzzy. Maybe the little bit of pee is you.
Nope.
Aw, she says thank you for getting rid of Aiden Warsock. Apparently she likes me better.
Adam Warlock?
Yeah, him. She thinks him bleats. It translates weird. I don't know what it is, but this you really likes closing fridges.
The door keeps opening, so I close it.
But it's broken. I mean, it's always broken. It's a universal constant.
Huh. More you know.
Mantis! I've got so many questions.
I know, and I've got so many answers. Like, seize the means of production. Or, it's not just a rash. Or, yes, it is gluten-free.
Not the answers I was looking for, but now I'm wondering about the questions.
What questions?
What happened on Lamentis after we left? You said some people would survive, but that doesn't fare super well for the others.
Many of the elders died. They didn't resist the invasion, but they would never accept the promise. It isn't their way.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. Their sacrifice bought time for me and the Kotati to hide most of the others. They will emerge when the galaxy is saved.
So you were able to hide them in the caves. Hope you told them to stay away from the fog. How did you convince Lady Hellbender to meet us on Maklu 4? You weren't even with us when we decided to go.
Actually, convincing her to go after you wasn't hard at all. But convincing her to hear you out? Whew, that was tough. I have to get all creepy mystical and spook her with warnings about what would happen otherwise.
You told her about the end of the universe, and she believed you?
Oh, no, not at first. But when I brought up all her precious monsters dying, she came around. Couldn't take that chance with her babies, you know?
Well, I'm glad to have you with us.
Oh, good, because you're not always glad.
Why not?
Well, sometimes I'm your ex-wife.
What?
I think she's pulling your leg, Quill.
It only ever happens the one time, but it's so funny.
Gamora Zenhuberi, you wish to practice hand-to-hand techniques.
It's still weird when you say my actual name.
I am getting used to it.
We've come a long way since murderous sorceress. Wasn't it what you were calling me back on my first mission with the team?
Yes. At first I believed you had bewitched Peter Quill. I could see no other reason he would hire an assassin for a protection contract.
Really? No other reason than magic?
You could also have seduced him. He lacks mental fortitude in the presence of women.
True. If I remember right, he spent most of that protection contract flirting with the waitresses.
So, Bug Girl, how come you can understand Groot so well? You've only known him a few cycles.
Telenesin is a common language in some realities. The Chitauri don't always blow up Planet X.
I am Groot.
Yep. There's a dimension where I learned to speak it from a very aggressive compost vendor on Nowhere.
Groot loves compost.
Hey, Rocket. Working on something?
I'm always working on something.
You're not listening to my tunes?
No, you turned the music on.
Then can I have my player back?
Why? You already got music playing.
Right. So you don't need the player to focus anymore.
You might turn it off.
Yeah, but
What part of I need to focus don't you get, Quill?
what do you need to focus on so badly anyway?
Something that might give us a way to get through the Armada around Sacrosanct. Just in case Lady Skullsuit doesn't show up in time.
Nice. What is it?
You'll see. Let's make this quick. What do you want, Quill? Just browsing, huh? All right, let's go.
Good thinking. Get the watering sorted out before we go.
I am Groot. I am Groot.
He looks so sad, swishing around in his robes.
What'd he say?
Groot wants to water the Grand Unifier.
Oh, right.
The soaked unifier?
The Grand Humidity!
I am Groot.
Man, this thing is ugly.
What made you bring that thing onto the ship?
Thought we could use it if we ever need to hide our identity during a job or something.
First of all, a Glarnot mask ain't no identity.
Glarnot, they're that gang from the planet that rains emeralds or something, right? Or am I confusing them?
It's diamonds.
Oh, yeah.
And B, there's only 2 jobs I've ever needed a mask. The time me and Groot knocked over a top-secret lab.
Really?
Oh, yeah. The other time was when I borrowed a Glarnot mask and accidentally stole Groot from the Collector.
When did you guys rob a secret lab?
It was before we came after you. This Signog named Wheeler reached out to me and Groot. Wanted us to steal a bioweapon from some research lab in Arago 7. Piece of cake for a crack team like me and Groot.
Wait. And Groot wore a mask for this?
Man, you should have seen him, Quill. Bark naked except for the stupid mask of Thanos. It was flarkin' hilarious.
Yeah, I bet.
That was until we realized the eggheads on Arago actually hired Wheeler to get us there.
6 out of 10 times it's a trap.
Yep. Turns out they wanted to study us. My implants, Groot's regeneration, super valuable to the right bidder. By the time I realized what was up, they'd got Groot. Locked him in a frickin' cage, Quill. Like an animal.
That's terrible.
Yep, well, joke's on them. We weren't about to be turned into science experiments anytime soon, so I went with Plan B. One explosive charge later, and ba-boom, we were home free.
And the bioweapon?
Sold it back to Wheeler for triple the price.
Nice.
Yep. Those were the days.
How'd you accidentally steal Groot?
You have to understand, Quill. I was on the run back then. The war was still raging strong, and them Kree scientists weren't exactly happy I left Half-World. I had to keep a low profile.
By robbing the Collector?
I was broke. And no offense, but the way the Collector plasters his face all over nowhere like he owns the place.
He doesn't own the place.
Someone had to knock him off his stupid flarkin' pedestal. Fact that I was drunk when I did it just makes it funnier.
Is there a bounty out for you that I should know about?
Relax. Anyways, I lifted one of them stupid Glarnod masks from some passed out jerk at Mantlos, stumbled my way to the Collector's Emporium, put on the mask, flashed some shiny rocks I found, and when his assistant's back was turned, I bonked him on the head.
Oh, you're unbelievable.
I know. It was gravy after that. Once I was sure he was out, I started cleaning out the place. Woke up the next morning on a stolen transport with a bag of loot and Groot. Of course, he was just a baby back then. Barely taller than a weed.
Aw, baby Groot.
I knew right then and there that I had to take care of him. A cage ain't no place for guys like us. We've been partners in crime ever since.
That I believe.
Believe what you want, Quill. Truth is truth.
I'll just put this back.
No, not like that.
What is it?
Your angle of attack was off. You have to go at it from the inside out, especially since Raker's body armor has inward folds.
A tactically sound observation. Peter Quill, spar with me.
I think I'll pass, Drax. I don't want to get tired before the real fight.
Tired. But this is the warm-up.
Not a bad idea. We don't know what's gonna happen when we get out of hyperspace. What if we get ambushed?
That's what guns are for.
Guns.
I think I preferred when you two didn't get along.
So, how was it riding along with Lady Hellbender? She had you try on battle armor?
Oh, no. She's very respectful of other women's bodily autonomy. We just talk. She asked about you.
She better not have said anything about me reaching my big size.
No. You only turn into Big Fuzzy in 1 or 2 fringe realities.
What?
She wanted to know if you'd give her your bomb recipe, though. She said you did a job on her throne room.
Only if she pays for it.
Bet those moves are really going to impress Lady Hellbender.
I do not need to impress her. Besting the great Fin Fang Foom is proof enough of my combat skills.
Yeah, that would do it.
I'm not sure Lady Hellbender was really impressed with how we handled that fight. You know, since we accidentally killed that dragon before Groot revived him.
Would you not be impressed by a man slaying a dragon?
Maybe if he does it without my help.
Raker's going down this time, Gamora. I promise you.
And I promise you, I'm getting Nikki out of there. No matter what.
We will get her out.
Together.
Together.
Nice move there, Drax.
If I put my weight on my left foot, I have much better control over my right hook.
People always underestimate proper footing technique.
While focusing on the upper body alone is the mark of an amateur.
Exactly. Weight distribution is crucial, especially with melee weapons.
Morgoth's breath, you are correct! In retrospect, our team was eclectic on that first mission.
That's an understatement. Rocket seemed like the only one who knew what he was doing, and he did it in the most chaotic way possible.
What did he do with the detonation charges he found in the ventilation system?
If he hasn't used them yet, they'll probably be in a secret stash.
So the rodent does have a stash after all.
Oh, cute. That's from Maclu, right? Better not make toxic spores like those big ones in the forest.
I remember my first mission with this team. It was a disaster.
Weren't all of them disasters? It's become part of our brand.
True. They do not always go as planned. It may be unprofitable, but I cannot deny it is entertaining.
And hopefully, great galaxy-saving practice.
You're overwatering, Sir Groot.
I am Groot.
Yeah, leave him alone. I tinker when I'm stressed, Groot waters, Gamora meditates, etc.
When I'm stressed, I concentrate real hard, and sometimes I can see the birth of the universe. First, there's only one reality, and then, bam, all reality.
That's kinda cool.
Now that's a knife.
It is indeed a spectacular blade.
Drax! Hey, I was just...
There is no need to explain yourself, Peter Quill. Unlike the rodent, I do not mind when others are curious about my things.
It's a really cool blade.
With an equally impressive history.
You recognize it?
It belonged to Zatar the Unfinished, a great Catathian warrior king who led the first pilgrimage to Maklu 4.
Wait. So you're saying this is basically Excalibur?
I am unfamiliar with such a weapon.
It's a mythical sword belonging to a famous Earth King.
Then yes, I suppose you could say this is the Excalibur of my people. It is a symbol of a king and the great hunt he inspired for those seeking to regain a place in Ultath.
So, this great hunt thing seems like a bigger deal than I thought. Did we mess it up for everyone by capturing Fin Fang Foom?
What do you mean?
Well, its purpose is to regain entry into Catathian heaven and stuff, and now there's no Foom to, you know, send you there.
Peter Quill. There are many paths to Ultath. The pilgrimage to Maklu 4 is but one of them.
Right.
When Thanos murdered my family and destroyed my village, twice I chose the path of revenge. First, I raised a small army of Catathian warriors. Even outnumbered, we cut our way through the Chitauri line and challenged Thanos himself.
Wait. On Katath, you faced Thanos twice during the Galactic War?
Yes. But I was not strong enough the first time.
Strong enough to survive?
Thanos allowed me and a few others to live, to set an example. Defeated and humiliated, the surviving members of my squad chose to make the pilgrimage to Maklu 4. But I could not. I continued to walk the path of revenge. Until you helped me put the ghosts of Hovat and Camaria to rest.
To be fair, I had a lot of help.
And yet you have given me a new purpose, Peter Quill. Seems my destiny was not in the mountains of Kakaranthara after all, but here, on this ship, with you.
Zatar sounds like a hero of yours.
King Zatar. And he is. Every Catathian warrior knows the story of his pilgrimage to Maklu 4.
Why is he called Zatar the Unfinished, then?
In the history of my people, a rival king attacked Zatar's lands, easily overwhelming his forces. Captured and broken, Zatar challenged the rival king to a fight to the death, but the conqueror refused, banishing him to a life of dishonor and disgrace instead. So King Zatar went to Maklu 4 to challenge the mighty Fin Fang Foom and change his destiny.
Well, that's depressing.
How is it depressing?
Because he obviously failed. Fin Fang Foom's still alive and kicking, mostly.
He did not fail, Peter Quill. King Zatar did not vanquish Fin Fang Foom, it is true. But he did redeem himself in the eyes of his people.
By dying? Not exactly a happy ending.
By never giving up. A warrior only truly dies when he stops living. King Zatar proved that our stories, the records of who we were in life, are ours to shape. He could have died a coward who lost his place in Ultath, or he could do what I and many of my people believe he did. Change the ending of his story.
Well, I'm glad you're here with us now. I can't guarantee where our path will take us, but hopefully somewhere with lots of money and comfort.
I do not have a doubt in my heart, Peter Quill, that we will have moderate success.
I'll accept moderate.
Hey, Bug Lady, you see anything about this mission we should know about?
I don't see much. Or rather, I see too much. So many realities converging.
Does Lady Hellbender ever stand us up?
Only in a few versions. Usually when Star Guy does a bad speech. Oh, and also in one version where he grabs her butt.